Paul, how do you feel about AFC Wimbledon against MK Dons? It's probably a game you've thought about and all the fans will be looking forward to it. How do you feel personally about it?
It's the next game. If I give a very objective, pragmatic approach, it is the next game and the game we want to win. I'm certainly not forgetting the importance of the game to everyone here and AFC Wimbledon. I know it's a big game for all concerned. So although it is only a game, it's a cup game. We know there's an added tension because of the nature of the fixture. So really looking forward to it. My first experience of this fixture. Players will be, and we're going into it to do our very best.
Do you, for a game like this, do people at the club say, oh, this is what you've got to expect, oh, this is what's going to happen, and this is the kind of things that are going to be said to you from the sidelines, or do you just kind of blank all that out?
Well, you need to know these things. So it's, you shouldn't go into anything blissfully ignorant of what's coming. But we are football people, and we've got a game of football, a 90 minutes plus game of football, and with respect to this fixture, we've been concentrating on the Shrewsbury game for the last few weeks, and now we are turning our attention to the cup game on Tuesday. So yes, things have been mentioned, but I'm sure that'll heat up over the sort of 24-48 hours before the game.
How do you approach the League Cup this season? Would it change season by season how you approach a cup game?
Good question. We approach every game as a challenge, and we want to win it. It's not a league game, and it's always a conundrum when it comes a couple of days after your first game of the season, because there's nothing like a proper. No matter what you play in pre-season, the first league fixture just puts strain on the body like you can't get in a friendly. So the players are all for the first time battered and bruised, and then you're straight into a cup game a couple of days later. So that's the conundrum always with this first round of this cup. And I'll be assessing which players I think are capable of suddenly going to 290 minutes, which players aren't, and also one or two players who were very close to being selected today. Maybe a great opportunity for them to put their case forward.
Can the day come when this is just going to be a fixture and it won't have all the circus that accompanies it?
I don't know. It is just a fixture in terms of our coach's office and the players. We'll see. I don't know.
I mean, apparently they're now going to sort of mention the MK Dons in their programme and the rest of it. Is that a step forward?
Yeah, great. I mean, I'm not aware of those things. I mean, I'm new into it, and I'm very respectful of history and all those sort of things. But and I'm certainly not going to belittle the past. But I'm well aware that it's here and now, and a different set of people on the pitch, and we're going to play our very, very best. So time will, of course, things develop and change over time. But essentially, it's my job is on the pitch and preparing the players correctly.
Following what happened with the postponement at Bury, is it quite a high intensity start to have 6 games in the first 2 weeks?
It is, yes, it is. Yeah, I mean, we were pleased this year that the cup game was in the second week of the season, but of course now it's ended up being the first week for us. So it is a high intensity. It's always the propensity for an overload and players playing too much football. It's always heightened in that first couple of months of the season. We play so many games in August, September and October. So yes, we want to win games. Yes, we're talking tactics, but it's also a challenge in getting players through this period.
Even if it's early phase, there's a question of possible rotation squad management.
Depends who you've got. Depends whether you trust them as a manager. We have got a good deep squad, and if I have that opportunity, that won't be in any way, shape or form lessening the importance of the game. It'll be more, I've got players I wanted to pick today I couldn't pick, and actually it's an opportunity to keep as many players at the top of the game as possible. I haven't picked the side yet. There may be a change or two, but that'll be the case in any game.